What if I told you that your brain is being hacked right now? Not by hackers, not by criminals, not even by artificial intelligence. It's being hacked by a chemical your own brain produces every single second. And here's the terrifying part. Some of the biggest companies on Earth know exactly how to control it. Every notification, every TikTok, every Instagram reel, every YouTube short, every just one more video, none of it is accidental. They're all fighting for one thing. Not your money, not your attention, your dopamine. And if Elon Musk is right, Neuralink could become the first technology capable of taking that control back. Or giving someone else complete control over your mind. That sounds like science fiction, but according to neuroscientists, we're already living through the largest psychological experiment in human history. Let's start with a simple question. How many times did you check your phone today? 5, 20, 50? The average person touches their phone almost 100 times every day, without even realizing it. Sometimes you unlock it, look at absolutely nothing, then lock it again. Almost like your body moved by itself. Why? Pause a 1 sec. Because your brain wasn't looking for information. It was looking for dopamine. Most people think dopamine is the chemical of happiness. That's wrong, completely wrong. If dopamine created happiness, scrolling for 3 hours would make you feel amazing. Instead, you feel tired, empty, and somehow you still want to keep scrolling. That's because dopamine doesn't reward satisfaction. It rewards pursuit. It keeps whispering, maybe the next post, maybe the next notification, maybe the next video. Your brain isn't addicted to social media. It's addicted to the possibility that the next swipe could finally be worth it. Think about a slot machine inside a casino. Most spins lose, but people keep pulling the lever. Not because they enjoy losing, because every spin carries the possibility of winning. Your phone works exactly the same way. Every refresh, every swipe, every notification is another pull of the lever. Except this casino fits inside your pocket. And unlike Las Vegas, it's open 24 hours a day. But here's something even more disturbing. This wasn't an accident. Social media platforms employ neuroscientists, behavioral psychologists, machine learning engineers, entire teams dedicated to answering one question. How do we make people stay just a little longer? One more swipe, one more click, one more minute. Because if they can keep your dopamine system activated, they don't just own your attention, they own your time. And your time is your life. Here's something most people never realize. You don't decide to open your phone. Your brain often decides before you're even conscious of it. Researchers have found that brain activity predicting a decision can appear moments before people report consciously making that choice. In other words, your brain starts pressing the button before you think you've decided. That raises an uncomfortable question. If your own brain can influence your decisions before you're aware of them, how much free will do you actually have? And this is exactly where Neuralink enters the story, because Elon Musk isn't trying to build a smarter smartphone. He's trying to build a direct connection between your brain and a computer. Deep beneath your conscious thoughts sits a tiny group of neurons called the ventral tegmental area. Tiny, almost invisible. Yet it helps control your motivation, your habits, your addictions, even your ambition. Whenever your brain predicts something rewarding, this region releases dopamine. But here's the twist. Almost nobody knows. The biggest dopamine spike doesn't happen when you get the reward. It happens when you expect it. That's why hearing your phone vibrate feels exciting, even before you've seen the message. Sometimes there isn't even a notification. Your brain imagined one. Have you ever felt your phone vibrate in your pocket, only to discover nothing happened? Scientists actually have a name for it. phantom vibration syndrome. Your brain becomes so conditioned to expecting rewards that it literally invents them. Think about how incredible that is. A device trained your brain so effectively that your own nervous system starts creating fake notifications. And if a phone can do that, imagine what future technology could accomplish. Now let's look at one of the most famous neuroscience experiments. It involved laboratory rats. Researchers placed electrodes inside the animals' reward systems. The rats discovered that pressing a small lever activated the dopamine pathway. At first, they pressed it occasionally. Then, they pressed it constantly. Some rats ignored food, ignored water, ignored sleep. They kept pressing the lever thousands of times until they collapsed from exhaustion. Not because they were happy, because their brains became trapped, chasing the next dopamine spike. Sound familiar? Replace the lever with your phone. Replace the laboratory with your bedroom. Replace the dopamine button with endless scrolling. This is why social media feels almost impossible to put down. It isn't a failure of willpower. It's millions of years of evolution colliding with algorithms written by some of them. Imagine someone offered you two choices, $10 right now, or $100 exactly 1 month from today. Logically, the answer is obvious. Wait 1 month, get 10 times more money. Simple. Except millions of people don't. You tell yourself you'll start exercising tomorrow. You'll save money next month. You'll stop scrolling after one more video. Your future keeps getting sacrificed for a reward that lasts only a few seconds. And here's the crazy part. Your brain knows it's making a bad decision. It just doesn't care. Because dopamine isn't asking, what's best for me? It's asking, what's easiest right now? And that brings us back to Neuralink. Your brain can be trained and retrained. You don't need a brain chip to start today. Neuroscientists have discovered something fascinating. Every time you resist an impulse, you strengthen the neural pathways responsible for self-control. Think of your brain like a forest. Every habit is a path. The more you walk down one path, the wider and easier it becomes. Scroll every morning. That path grows stronger. Exercise every morning. A different path grows stronger. Here are 3 of the most effective ways to retrain your dopamine system. First, the 10-minute rule. The hardest part of any task isn't doing it. It's starting. Tell yourself you'll work for only 10 minutes. That's it. No pressure, no impossible goals, just 10 minutes. Once your brain realizes the task isn't a threat, resistance begins to disappear. And more often than not, those 10 minutes become 30, then an hour. Second, try a dopamine detox. Not forever, just 1 day each week. No endless scrolling, no short videos, no unnecessary notifications. At first, it feels uncomfortable. Your brain keeps searching for stimulation that isn't there. But that's exactly what's supposed to happen. For the first time in years, your reward system gets a chance to reset. Third, gamify your life. Your brain loves progress. It loves completing challenges. It loves seeing measurable improvement. Instead of fighting your dopamine, give it a better target. Track your workouts. Count your study sessions. Celebrate small victories. Turn growth into the game. Because dopamine isn't your enemy. Direction is. The same chemical that keeps someone scrolling for hours can also help another person build a business, learn a language, write a book, or completely transform their life. Maybe one day, technology will help us control our brains more effectively than ever before. Maybe it will eliminate addiction, cure depression, unlock abilities we can't even imagine today. Or maybe the greatest upgrade humanity ever needed was never a computer chip. Here's the truth. Your phone isn't stealing your attention. It's renting your future, one notification at a time. The biggest prison isn't your device. It isn't social media. It isn't even dopamine. The biggest prison is believing you were never in control to begin with. The moment you understand how your brain works, you stop becoming the product. And you start becoming the programmer. So the next time your phone lights up, ask yourself one simple question. Did I choose this moment, or did someone else choose it for me? That single question could change the rest of your life. If you enjoyed this video and want to explore the hidden science behind your mind, your habits, technology, and the future of humanity, make sure to subscribe, because the most powerful technology you'll ever own will always be the one sitting inside your skull. Until next time, stay curious and stay in control.